Ihediohà cries out, says not guilty of 19.63 billion naira fraud in his administration. The State Auditor General for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs had issued an interim audit report detailed how 19.63 billion fraudulent disappeared from the local government account between May and December 31st, 2019. Apparently worried that the House of Assembly may be probed and will lay allegations on Emeka Ihediohà, applied for a perpetual injunction restraining it from investigating him. In May 5th, suit filed at the Owerri Judicial Division, the former governor, through an origination summons, is seeking an order of perpetual injunction restraining the House of Assembly from inviting him for an investigation into the alleged missing funds. Imo State House of Assembly, the Speaker and Clerk are the defendants. The suit is also seeking an order to set aside any summon or invitation of Emeka Ihediohà by the House or its agents to appear before it for probe. 2 days after the originating summons was filed, Ihediohà lawyer S.A. Anyalewechi dispatched a letter to the Speaker asking him to restrain the House and its agents from inviting his client for an investigation. Imo State government had on April 14 approved a request by the Auditor General for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs to recover 19.63 billion allegedly misappropriated by the Ihediohà's administration. The money was allegedly taken from the State Local Government Joint Account Allocation Committee (JAC) through the Bureau for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs (BLGCA). Commissioner for Information and Strategy Declan Emelumba said in a statement that the sum was discovered during a routine audit of the account and record of JAC for the fiscal year ended December 31st, 2019. He said the government action was in line with the new Imo agenda of transparency in public service and financial discipline. According to the commissioner, the money was illegally withdrawn from JAC account without any memorandum of understanding. Store receipt voucher (SRV) or store issue voucher (SIV). He alleged that the Ihediohà administration paid a crony 1.215 billion for unsupplied construction equipment without any document. There was also an unconscionable mandatory withdrawal of 2.405 billion by the Bureau for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. Others are payments of 9.378 billion to local government council for an undisclosed purpose. Emelumba said a firm received 245 million for no disclosed purpose. Other fictitious and fraudulent withdrawals include compulsory returns or kickbacks from local government council to the BLGCA to the tune of 2.404 billion. This was deducted from the allocated fund of the local government area, he said, among others. Thank you for listening to this news. Ihediohà is pleading, asking, and requesting the High Court to stop the House of Assembly from probing him. But then he has forgotten how he equally tried to probe other governors. He has forgotten how he tried to probe Okorocha, and some other ministers. He has forgotten all that he did in his own administration, even if he didn't spend up to a year. You see, that is what we keep telling people: what goes around comes around. Now you are scared. You are scared and asking the High Court to stop the House of Assembly from probing you. Now, if they don't probe you, how then can that money which you called a missing fund, how can it be recouped? How can it be recovered? So they should just allow the 19 point something billion to just disappear like that. No, they have to probe you. In the process of probing you, it will help to search out where the money is being kept. Definitely, the money must have been used, but it was not properly recorded. You can see what we're talking about: um, uh, poor management in an administration. You know, caused by wrong selection of workers. You know, that is what they keep talking about. You know when you go into power, you start, because of your position, you start recruiting uh, uh, unreliable and unaccountable workers that cannot give proper account or proper record keep proper record of day-to-day activities or day-to-day spendings. You keep recruiting staff through connections and no man. It's all free to recruit workers based on intelligence and capability. They keep recruiting staff based on recognition and recommendation. You see, this is what this kind of a thing can cause. And now that it has happened, you are now pleading, begging that they should not probe you. Why wouldn't they probe you? You caused it. Just 8 months in an office, see the huge sum you that has just missed, and you are telling them to just allow it to go like that. Have you forgotten that you probe a Okorocha? Have you forgotten the number of times you probed him? Have you forgotten? You're now pleading. To me, I don't think they should just wave it aside. You should be probed, but not to be ashed on you. I think you should sit down with your old staffs and start casting your mind back on on how the administration operated in your time. At least that will go a long way in helping you search out how the fund was used. Because to me, I'm not okay with that statement of plead. That should be a story for another day. To me, it doesn't augur well. It doesn't augur well. You have really messed up the fund, and you should not be pardoned for that. You should not be pardoned for that. For that reason, I will say that the High Court, instead of pleading, should fast forward and fasten the probing, so that will even help to um, quicken the recovery of the missing fund. We are talking about billions of naira here. They can't just allow it to remain in one man's pocket or in one man's purse. You can imagine, the money may not be in your purse, but it's in the purse of some people in your administration. So they cannot just allow them go like that. You understand? So we should, I think, the House of Assembly should go on with the probing. It will really help and it will really all go well. What doing, they say, is what doing well. You have violated, and you should be punished. What's his name? Oji Uzokalu offended and he was punished. So yours should also come as well. So my viewers, with any missing words, I want to say that With no missing words, I want to say that the probe should go on as Emeka Ihediohà works towards the recouping of the 19 point something billion naira missing in his administration. So, what's your comment concerning this news? Please don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell button to receive more updates. Thank you.